For Cozy Body Style 2, we're going to go ahead and take our body colored yarn and our hook. We're going to go ahead and make a slip knot. If we are making a standard size cozy, we're going to go ahead and chain 40. If we are making a large size cozy, we're going to go ahead and chain 58. So go ahead and make your chain. Okay, after we have our chain, we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Now we're going to go ahead and chain one, and we're going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to place a single crochet into the following chain. We're going to go ahead and chain one, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the following chain, and we're going to go ahead and repeat this all the way across. If you are making a standard size cozy, you're going to have 20 single crochet and 19 chain at the end of this, and if you are making a large size cozy, you're going to have 29 single crochet and 28 chains at the end of this. So go ahead and complete this row. Chain one, skip one, single crochet. Okay, after you have worked your way across, you should have something that looks very similar to this. We're going to be being very careful not to twist. We're going to go ahead and bring it around. We're going to insert our hook into that first single crochet. We're going to make a slip stitch, and we're going to go ahead and chain two. Now this is the only time that we are going to join. From here on out, we are going to be working in the round, and we're going to go ahead and alternate each round between a single crochet and a chain stitch start. So for round two, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into the space between the single crochets underneath that chain stitch that we made, and we're going to place a single crochet. Now we're going to go ahead and take a stitch marker, and we're going to go ahead and place it around the chain two that we started with. This is where our first stitch of every round is going to be, and we're going to move this stitch marker up each time we complete a round in order to keep track of our rounds. So now that we have a single crochet in around that chain stitch, we're going to go ahead and chain one. We're going to skip this single crochet, and we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into the space and make another single crochet. So chain one, skip this single crochet around the chain. Chain one, chain one, skip this, insert, work around that chain, single crochet, chain one, skip, work around, and we're going to continue this all the way around until we hit this last stitch before the stitch marker, and we're going to end this on a chain. So go ahead and work all the way around. And we're going to go ahead and single crochet into that last gap, and then this has a single crochet. We're going to chain one, and then we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet into the same chain gap that is marked with the stitch marker, which is the first stitch of round 3, and we're going to go ahead and mark this single crochet. And now we're going to go ahead and work around round 3. We're going to go ahead and chain one, we're going to skip the single crochet, and then we're going to work a single crochet around that chain. Chain one, skip the single crochet, work a single crochet around that chain, and we're just going to repeat this pattern until we hit the last stitch of the round once again. You're going to notice that your stitches start to work around, and you're working single crochets around the chains from the round before, and then we are chaining one and skipping over the single crochets from the previous round. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do this all the way around. Okay, and then we hit the end of the round 3. We're going to go ahead and place a single crochet around the last stitch, which was a chain stitch. We're going to go ahead and chain 1, and we're going to single crochet around that chain stitch, which was and then we're going to go ahead and place the stitch marker around that chain stitch that we made and above the skipped single crochet stitch. And we're going to continue around working the same pattern. We're going to be placing single crochets around chain stitches, chaining 1 and skipping single crochets. Okay, at the end of round 4, we're going to go ahead and chain 1, skip that last single crochet, and then we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet around the first chain stitch of the round. We're going to go ahead and mark that single crochet. Now for rounds 5 through 14, we're going to go ahead and repeat this all the way around. We're going to alternate between starting with a single crochet and a chain, moving the marker up as we go, and we're going to go ahead and repeat rounds alternating until we have a total of 14 rounds. So we're going to go ahead and repeat this 10 more times, and just come on back once you have 14 rounds of this here. And remember, at the end of each round, you're going to alternate. For the start of the next round, it's going to be either a chain or a single crochet, and just keep on moving the stitch marker up as you go. We end round 14 with a chain. We're going to go ahead and we're going to single crochet into the next chain, same as before. And then this is our first stitch of round 15. And for round 15, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the same pattern that we've been doing. Chain 1, skip the single crochet around. And we're going to do this all the way around until we hit the stitch marker. Okay, at the end of round 15, we're going to go ahead and start round 16, and round 16 is an edge. We're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the first single crochet, and then we're going to single crochet around the chain. We're going to slip stitch into the single crochet. We're going to single crochet around the chain, slip stitch into the single crochet around the chain, and we're going to continue to do this all the way around until we hit that first slip stitch in the stitch. And we're going to go ahead and mark that because so we're going to go ahead and continue this all the way around, creating the top edge. Okay, when we reach the end, we're going to go ahead and cut our yarn. We're going to pull the loop through. We're going to thread our needle, and we're going to go ahead and place our yarn in the second loop from front to back, and we're going to go in from the top, in the center, in the top, back, and now we're going to go ahead and weave in these ends. Cut off the excess, and we're going to go around to the other side here. We're going to take this yarn and we're going to go ahead and weave in this end as well. Let's pull it through. excess. Okay, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make an edge. We're going to go ahead and join up with a slip stitch and chain one, just so that we have the edge. We'll go ahead and insert our hook now into the side of the stitch in round 2, and we're going to bring it up into the center. We're going to go ahead and yarn over and pull through that one loop, bring it up, and yarn over and pull through, and we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. Now we're going to insert into the side of the stitch in round 2. We're going to bring it up, bring it through, yarn over, bring it through 2, slip stitch into the next, going to insert into the side, going to turn the hook and come up through that hole right there, yarn over, pull through that one, wrap it up here, and all this is doing is this is closing the gap that was caused from the starting of the chain and creating a nice more solid edge. And we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into that next stitch. And we're going to go ahead and bring it up. We're going to do this all the way around. On working until you have your edge all the way around. Okay, as we hit that last section where we had the slip stitch and the join, we're just going to go ahead and slip stitch, and then we're going to go ahead and cut our yarn. We're just going to fasten off and weave in the 2 ends from joining and from here. And there you have it. We have our cozy body style 2 with our top and bottom edge. Now this is one of those styles that I actually like the way that it looks on both ways. If you turn it inside out, you actually get a nice little raised, it's kind of hard to show on camera, so go ahead and flip it inside out. Now you can attach your accents on either one of these sides. You can do it on the front side or the inside, whichever one that you prefer. But there you have it. That is body style 2.